Let us study about the second important problem on root locus plot. Sketch the root locus plot for the system whose open loop transfer function is given by g of s h of s is equal to k divided by s into s plus 2 s square plus 8s plus 20. So first, as I told, that write z by p, whereas you have to first step locate the open loop poles and open loop zeros. Open loop poles when k is equal to 0 and open loop zeros when k is equal to plus or minus infinity on the s plane. After that, as I told, that here also in this problem as same as that of the previous problem, where we don't have the any s values in the numerator, so I can take number of zeros is equal to 0. Number of poles, we have the 3 poles. One is 2 or simple pole and one is complex pole. Simple pole, first we can take s is equal to 0, second we can take s plus 2 is equal to 0, and third one is a complex pole. Calculate in a calculator. Equation degrees is here 2, so a value 1, b value 8 and c value 20. So first you will get x1 is equal to 4, and next you give shift equals, you will get the imaginary part, that is 2j. So I can take s is equal to minus 4 plus 2j. Similarly, x2 value will get minus 4, and shift equals, you will get a minus 2j, you will get minus 4 minus 2j. Therefore 4 number of poles are present in this one. First pole is 0, second pole is to minus 2, and third pole is minus 4 plus 2j, and fourth pole is minus 4 minus 2j. And four number of poles, and there are no zeros, so z is equal to 0 and p is equal to 4. In the first only you conclude that you have complex pole here, ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, so you have to determine the angle of departure. Okay, now let us move on to the second condition, that you have to determine the number of branches. Here you can see that number of branches is direction. Number of branches means the poles are greater than that of z. So the starting point will be the poles and terminating points will be the infinity. Starting points I will take 0, minus 2, minus 4 plus 2j, minus 4 minus 2j, and terminating points are infinity, infinity, infinity and infinity. And determining the number of asymptotes and angle of asymptote. Asymptote, as I told, that q is equal to p minus z. Here we have 4 number of poles, 4 minus 0 is equal to 4. So I should start from 0, 1, 2, 3. You should take a 4 values of q. Q is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, and you have determined the angle of asymptote. Angle of asymptote is determined by 2q plus 1 into 180 degree divided by p minus z. So theta a1, you substitute only the q value, change the only the q value here. You substitute q value first 0, and 180 is a number, and p minus z is 4 minus 0 is 4, so that in everything will remain same, only change the values of q. Q is equal to 0, 1 value, q is equal to 1, 1 value, q is equal to 2, 1 value, q is equal to 3, 1 value. So you will get a 4 angle of asymptotes, theta a1, theta a2, theta a3 and theta a4, which completes the step number 3. Next, let us move on to the step number 4. As I told, that in case of step number 4, you have the determine centroid. Centroid is given by real part of open loop poles minus real part of open loop zeros divided by p minus z. You have only the open poles here, only consider the real part, 0, 1 real part, minus 2, and in case of 2 complex pole, minus 4 plus 2j, as well as minus 4 minus 2j, you have the real part as minus 4 minus 4. So I'll take 0, minus 2, minus 4 minus 4, minus 0 divided by p minus z is equal to 4 minus 2 will, 4 minus 0 will get 4. So centroid you can calculate as sigma a is equal to minus 2.5. After that, determine the segment of real axis on which it belongs to root locus plot. So you have to consider here only the simple power poles, not an complex pole. So you can first, I will take it here as 0 and minus 2, which ends at infinity. As I told that first I'll take the distance between minus 2 and 0. First, minus 2 and 0, you should take the number of poles in the right side. Right side you have one pole, that is 0, that is only one pole, number of 0 tilde. So 1 plus 0 is equal to 1, which is a odd number, so that the root locus will exist. So that the root locus exists in between minus 2 and 0, you should keep in mind. Second, I will go to minus infinity and minus 2. Minus infinity and minus 2. Here you can see that number of poles plus number of zeros is equal to number of poles after minus infinity. stability is 2. In right side you have two poles, minus 2 and 0. So 2 plus number of 0 is equal to 0, will get 2. 2 is a even number, so that root locus does not exist. From this you come to know that the root locus exists in between minus 2 and 0, so that you have determined the valid breakaway point which exists in between minus 2 and 0. Now let us determine the breakaway point. To determine the breakaway point, you should have a characteristic equation. You should consider 1 plus g of s h of s is equal to 0. 1 plus g of s h of s is equal to 0. So that you can take that 1 plus g of s h of s is equal to 0. You can consider 1 plus g of s h of s can be taken as 1 plus k divided by s into s plus 2 s square plus 8s plus 20 is equal to 0. On cross multiplication or LCM, it will come to the numerator as I told, same, s into s plus 2 s square plus 8s plus 20 plus k is equal to 0. s into s square plus 2s and s square plus 8s plus 20 plus k is equal to 0. First take this s square and multiply by total terms, and take 2s multiplied by this total term. S square into s square is 3 power of 4 plus s square plus 8s is 8s cube plus 20 into s square is 20s square plus 2s into s square is 2s cube plus 2 8s is 16s square plus 220 into 40s plus k is equal to 0. Now you take all the common terms. S3 power of 4 plus 10s cube plus 36s square plus 40s plus k is equal to 0. You want only the k value here, so you shift this all, it will become negative. Minus s to the power of 4 minus 10s cube minus 36s square minus 40s. Now differentiate with respect to s and equating to 0. Now you dk by ds. dk by ds means differentiate the k equation with respect to s. So 4s cube means 4s s to the power of 4 is 4s cube minus 4s cube minus 3 into 10 30 square minus 40 minus you can say 36 into 2 is 72s minus 40 is equal to 0. So you will get 4s cube plus 30 square plus 72s plus 40 is equal to 0. Now it is a quadratic equation. Calculate in calculator by taking that equation 1. Number of unknowns, degree here is 3. So a value is 4, b value is 30, c value is 72 and d value is 40. So that you substitute that, you will get the first part as first value as 0 minus 0.785. It is a real part. Next give shift equals, you will get 0i, leave that one, so I'll get minus 0.785. Second you x2, you will get minus 3.3135. again shift equals, you will get imaginary part as plus 1.2j. again you will get x3 value minus 3.35 as a real part. again shift equals, you will get minus 1.2j. but we know that during the step number 5 we have determined that in minus 2 and 0, in between minus 2 and 0 the root locus will exist, so that minus 2 and 0 minus 0.785 will exist, and this 2 will not exist, and the minus 2 ki the jasti ide, so it will not to exist. Only the valid breakaway point is minus 0.785. it is a valid breakaway point because in minus 2 and minus 0 you got there the odd number, so it is a root locus where it will exist. Okay, now this is the valid breakaway point which exists in between minus 2 or 0 and minus 2. After that you have determined the intersection point with imaginary axis. Intersection point with imaginary axis is nothing but you have to determine the k value and stability. Okay, so that next is you have to take that the first as I told that you should take the first k equation, s to the power of plus 10s cube plus 36 square plus 40s plus k is equal to 0. First I will take s to the power of 4, s cube, s square, s to the power of 1, s to the power of 0. It is a even, take all the even coefficients 1, 36, k, and s cube means 10, 40, 0, and last s to the power of 0 is k. Now cross multiplication, 36 into 10 minus 40 into 1 divided by first is 10, you will get 32 here. Same 10 into k minus 1 into 0 divided by 10, you get a k and it is 0. Next is 32 into 40 is 1280 minus 10 into k is 10k divided by first is 32, first letter is 32, and again if you do this one 32 into 0 0, 10 into 0 0, anything divided by 0 0, so I'll take 0. And now what I will do, as I told that in order to determine the value of s value, sorry, your k value, you have to make the s to the power of 1 rho equal to 0. s to the power of rho equal to 0 means 1280 minus 10k divided by 32 is equal to 0. So 1280 is equal to this cross multiplication, it becomes 0 plus minus 10k, it becomes this side, it become 10k. So k is equal to 1280 divided by 10. So k is equal to 128. After this, you have determined the imaginary axis. You have determined the s value. So you have to take a square equation by considering the auxiliary equation. Auxiliary equation means 32 s square plus k. As I told that we should 32 into s square plus k is equal to 0. Therefore 32 s square is equal to minus k. 32 s square is equal to minus k is minus 128. So s square is equal to minus 128 divided by 32. Therefore s square is equal to minus 4. S is equal to square root of minus 4. You will get a plus or minus 2. So I can, as I told in the previous problem, that you should take it as a omega. So s is equal to plus or minus j omega. So I can write s is equal to plus or minus j2. You keep in mind that always you will make a s to the power of 1 equal to 0 rho. So you will get the k value. S square you should write the auxiliary equation. Number into s square plus k is equal to 0 and determine the value of s in terms of j omega. Next is, let us move on to how you will determine the angle of departure. So in order to determine the angle of departure, you have to consider a complex pole. In complex pole, as I told that first complex pole you make it as a target. First is you can see that 0 and minus 2. 0 and minus 2 are called as simple poles, whereas minus 4 plus 2j minus 4 minus 2j plus 2j minus 2j you set in imaginary axis, you should take in y axis ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. So 0 minus 2 minus 4, first minus 4 plus 2j is one complex pole, minus 4 minus 2j is one complex pole. So I will connect, consider the complex pole minus 4 plus 2j. So you can minus 4 plus 2j you connect like this, minus 4 plus 2j connect ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. After connecting this minus 4 plus 2j, connect other all poles to this of target 1. Target 1 is the first complex pole, connect ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. 0 is connected to this one, minus 4 plus 2j, minus 2 is connected to 0 plus minus 4 plus 2j, and minus 4 minus 2j is connected to this. You can connect everything and take the angles. First angle is phi p1, second one is phi p2, and third one is phi p3. As you can see that here phi p3 is nothing but it is a normal line, so I can take it as a 90 degree. So as phi p1 means, as I told that always you keep in mind one thing, if the angles are coming like this, ಈ ತರ ಬಂದ್ರೆ angles, if the angles is coming like this means you have to take a 180 minus tan theta. If it is coming like this, if it is coming like this, you can take here again, it is a small hint for you to solve. ಈ ತರ ಬಂದ್ರೆ, if it is like this, if it is coming like this, the curves or lines, like if it is like this, you can take 180 degree. If the lines are this like this, only you can take a tan theta. Okay, so that the line is like this, that is phi p1, it is in 180 minus tan theta. So 180 minus tan theta is nothing but, I am considering this entire triangle, right? This large triangle, this triangle I am considering. Tan theta is equal to opposite side is 2 and adjacent side is 4. You can see this total distance 4, 2 by 4, you will get 2 by 4 is 20, tan inverse of 2 by 4 is 26.56. You will get the phi p1 is 153.43. again here also you are getting the line like this, ಈ ತರ ಬಂದ್ರೆ 180 minus tan inverse of value. So you can again you can here you can join. So 180 minus tan theta, you are considering this triangle, small triangle, opposite side is plus 2j, and here again minus 4 and minus 2, in between this one is 2 you will get. So 2 by 2 is 1. So tan inverse of 1 is equal to 45 degree. 180 minus 45 degree is 135 degree. Always you should keep in mind thus, if the lines are like this, if the angles joining is like this, you have to take 180 minus tan inverse of the value you should take. If the lines are like this, you can directly take as tan theta. If it is in a normal line, you should take it as 90 degree. So phi p3 is 90, it is a normal line. Phi p1 is like this here, 180 degree minus this length and this triangle, the larger triangle, you will get value of 153.43. Phi p2 you got 135 degree. And as I told, the summation of angle of poles is equal to angle of pole 1 plus angle of pole 2 plus angle of pole 3. Angle of pole 1 is 153.43, pole 2 is 135 degree plus 90 degree. So you will get the summation of angle of poles is equal to 378.43. But angle of summation of zeros, we don't have any zero values here, it will become 0. Therefore total phi is equal to summation of number of pole angles minus summation of number of pole zeros. Zeros is 0, so number of poles is 378.43. Therefore, angle of departure 5D is given by 180 minus 5. 185 minus 5 is nothing but 180 minus this value. 5 is nothing but summation of angle of poles minus summation of angle of 0. So 378.43. So I'll substitute 378.43. So I'll get angle of departure as a minus 198.43. So minus 198.43 says the first complex pole. I will take that minus 4 plus 2j and plus 190. As I'll take a magnitude with same changes. ಇಲ್ಲಿ first minus ಬಂದಿದೆ, so minus will be the first at angle, first of the complex pole, minus 4 plus 2j, and second you have plus 198.43 at the minus 4 minus 2j. This is very important condition. As you all know that how you can determine the stability of the system. If the k is less than 128, then the system is stable. Okay, whatever the k value got, it should be less than whatever the value you got. 128, system is stable. It is equal to 128, marginally stable. If it is greater than 128, system is unstable. Okay, this is the problem where you have determined 9 steps when the complex pole is given in the problem. Okay, thank you guys.